It's Ronnie, and welcome to Simple Stories Saturday, hosted by the sweet Joanne Bartel. And there are 11 of us in this hop, so lots of simple story layouts for you to see today. I'm going to scrap this photo right here. I'm going to use that die set I just set aside, and also the camera on the other die set and say cheese. I was showing the stitching on that one stamp set, and that's a grunge stamp set by Studio Light. And then everything else is simple stories, well, except for the punches. And it is say cheese 1, 2, and 4. I don't think I own any 3 unless I just don't realize it. I am going to use the notebook punch on the edge of this, and my photo's going to be on there. I am going to map my photo, but it's still going to be on there. And I always like to muss it up a little bit. I am going to, well, if you've ever had Simple Stories, they'll have this like little ephemera piece that has banners and stitching on it. I'm going to try to replicate that a little bit by putting some banners up there and using that die that's right there to the left that's got stitches on it from that Studio Light and go across there. It is a polymer stamp, and if I have a choice between a rubber stamp that's clean or the polymer, I usually pick the rubber stamp, but this is what they had and I got it, and it stamps wonderfully. Sometimes they don't stamp as well as others, but this one stamped all across these banners and did a wonderful job. I will be digging in my stash for another strip or two, I think 1 or 2, because I'll decide I need just a little bit more, because y'all know I like more anyway, but I'll decide I'll need another one with black on it, and I believe another one with print on it. But I cut that one. It's really busy. It has lots of little icons on it. And I decided rather than make it in a banner, I'd make it a little bit wider and put some black, it's black and white printed paper behind it so that it'd show up a little bit better, because I just figured it'd get lost with all the other banners. I fussy cut this cloud with the balloons out of I think it's a 4x6 card. And I will use it for my title. It looks like newsprint, and I was thinking like a headline on newsprint. And so, I'm going to have small letters. So that's why the memory box letters are going to be used. It kind of got lost on that paper because it's so much the same color as that notebook looking paper. So I am going around the cloud part with black, but the balloon that's hanging out there, I didn't go ahead and go around it. My photo's getting matted twice. And then I'm going to kind of tuck my cloud in there with it, just enough where I could go ahead and put my title on there. And then I'm going to have to move it because of my stitching. My faux stitching, yeah, it's kind of on the long side, and I did think about masking part of it off, putting some tape on there or something, but I decided I'd go ahead and use the whole thing and just move my cloud over a little bit. My title is What a Bunch of Characters, which, is a pretty famous saying from Disney and Mickey Mouse and everything. And this photo is a photo taken at my grandson, the one on the right, the baby on the right, first birthday party. And it's a party with him and his cousin. They're about a week apart, and so they just had their birthday party together. And I do have several photos, and I thought I've got enough for an album, so I'm going to go ahead and make an album just for his first birthday. And chances are there's only going to be one photo on each to have enough for that album, but I thought it'd be cute to have one for his birthday. And I already done a few of those photos. When I did them, I only did them like one on layout. And then I got to thinking I would look at his cousin's grandma to see if she had any on her Facebook page. And yes, she did. So I pulled them off the other day. I haven't scrapped any of them yet, but I thought I'd just have both kids in that album. I use this old Echo Park camera die, and the Say Cheese is also Echo Park die, but they don't come together. It comes with a picture wheel, but I'm not going to use that little picture wheel. But I'm going to put the Say Cheese on my camera. And I did use some black and white cardstock making this, and also some of the paper from the Say Cheese 4 paper pad. And I thought in my head, that the diagonal lines on there, that I could line them up, the yellow with the red. No, the first three lined up perfectly, and I glanced over, and the next ones were off. So one got polka dot, one's got the striped side, the diagonal stripes. I am putting some highlights on there, and then I'm going to notice the Mickey head right away and put it on there and not think to put highlights. But I noticed it while I'm editing the video, so I will go back in there and do it. It will not be in the photos at the end, but there will be a change in the photos at the end compared to what you see right at the end of the video. I pulled out this very old die. I am not exactly sure what I got it with. It came in a set, I'm sure, because I have two photo slide dies, and this is the larger one, and I am not sure what either one of them came in, but they came in a set. But I put them with all my photography stuff. So I first thought I would just glue it straight down onto the paper. However, I immediately thought of, after I put the glue on there, of course, of putting foam tape on there and making it a little bit more three-dimensional. So that's what I did on all three. And I'm putting this banner on this one, and it says, "Here we go." And I used my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher to put a staple on there. And I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, no, let me look again. I think I fussy cut that star out. I think I did. And the other one too. I don't think I punched any of the stars out, but they were done for another layout. So I am not 100% sure, but they look fussy cut to me. They don't look perfect. Um, I cut out some little tickets apparently on another layout and had them left over. And so I'm using them on the layout and putting it on this frame with a little heart. And one of the tickets has foam tape, and the heart does too. So they are brought up to meet the frame a little bit. And then I had this one, and look at me laying it right next to those other stars. Well, I will notice it. It took me a second, but I did notice it, that it does have the exact same stars, so I put it up there at the top. And while I am doing these frames, I am moving them all over the place. I cut a bunch of that out so y'all wouldn't have to watch me. I just couldn't figure out where I wanted them at. So they get moved quite a few times. Even if it's a fraction of an inch, they get moved. They get tilted. They get turned. You name it, they get it. And that's what's going to be different at the photos at the end. After I started the video, I looked at it. Well, I looked at it, from a little distance instead of right over the top of the layout. And I've got everything at an angle. And here I was moving these little frames all over, and it just wasn't looking right. And so at the end, they will be angled along with the rest of the layout, and I'm a lot happier with it. I can look at it and not think, okay, maybe I should move that again. I'm thinking, okay, that looks fine the way it is instead. I pulled out one sticker. I really intended on using more than one sticker. But I do have one where that black circle is. It says "Smiles from ear to ear" right under my hand, where my hand's at right now, or where my hand was. Anyway, I had put it on cardstock earlier because I thought, I know I'm going to use it. And then I thought, what other else do I want? I don't know where everything is on here. I'm already guessing enough. And most of the time I don't have enough real estate. But yeah, I only pulled one and used it, which was pretty surprising. And then I was looking at the layout and I thought, boy, I'd do some doodling around the edge. Well, it would not look near as awesome as the doodling for those stitches. So I forgot I gave up on that idea. So I decided, since this was thin paper from the paper pad, I would just put some black cardstock behind it, and then the black could show up all around the edge. So yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And if you look down there below, you'll see the links for everybody else that are doing the Simple Stories Saturday, using their Simple Stories collection to create their layouts. So 10 more layouts that you can look at that are simple stories. And if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. But I hope you all have fun on the hop. Maybe find a layout that you want to scrap lift, because everybody on this hop do not mind getting scrap lifted. They create to inspire. They share all the time here on YouTube and on Facebook and Instagram too. But yeah, be sure to check all their layouts out and pull your simple stories out. But have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the rest of the hop. And I'll see you tomorrow with an off the board layout. Bye.